The home buying process can be very daunting and entails a lot more than you may think. It can be a scary process, especially if it's your first time. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wesley Cousineau. I am a local realtor with eXp Realty here in Orangeville, Ontario. Today, I want to go over tips for home buyers, whether it's your first home or your 10th home. And I'm not talking basic tips like pre-approval and inspections, everybody knows those. I want to go over some tips that are going to help set you up for success not only during the home buying process, but will be beneficial to you after you've purchased your home. My first tip to you, and this one is underrated in my opinion, but understand the home buying process. Too many buyers reach out to realtors and ask them to show homes without actually understanding what it takes to purchase a home and without knowing what can go wrong along the way. Showing homes is actually something that's closer to the end of the process. In my opinion, the most important and first step that you need to do as a buyer is sit down with your realtor and understand the process and know what it is you need in order to purchase that home. Do you need a pre-approval? Do you know what you can afford? Are your expectations realistic? What documents are you signing and why? There's a few other things that are crucial to understanding the home buying process. There's also a few things that could go wrong or prolong the process along the way, and you really need to be prepared for those things. My second tip for you is to have a financial plan. And I'm not just talking about pre-approval, while that is an important piece of the puzzle to know exactly what you can afford, but I'm talking about savings. This aspect is grossly overlooked. Too many people figure out what they need for a down payment and off to the races they go. You need to know what else to budget and save for, because down payment aside, you have lawyer fees, closing costs. After you purchase the home, you're gonna need to furnish it. What is your lifestyle? Do you like to put steak on the table after? If you neglect this aspect and only save for your down payment, you're gonna be playing catch up after you've purchased the home. If I could give one extra piece of advice on this topic, it would be to take the extra few months to save. The last thing you want to do is close on a home and have no money left in your pocket. If you save longer, you can afford these post-closing costs out of your own pocket, avoiding borrowing from your home line of credit, which will ultimately keep your mortgage payment down. Tip number 3, and this one is huge. Have realistic expectations. Sit down with your agent or do your own homework on the market. Know what your budget can actually get you. Too many people go looking for homes and they have been looking on Pinterest for years now and they want this fancy full bells and whistles home, but realistically they have a budget that just doesn't align with their wish list. When they go into the buying process, they get discouraged, frustrated, and unmotivated. This is a recipe for disaster. Get realistic with your expectations and what your budget can actually get you. Either make sacrifices to your wish list or just save a little bit longer till you can get closer to what it is you actually want and your lifestyle calls for. But my advice to you would be to lower your standards and just get in the market, especially as a first-time home buyer. Owning property and real estate is the first step in building your wealth and will actually get you closer to your dream home faster. Owning real estate opens so many doors, no pun intended. Tip number 4, and this is an extremely important one: pay off your debts. Debt goes against your borrowing power. When it's paid off, not only will you be able to afford more of a mortgage, but it's also one less monthly payment that you have to worry about. If you had a $50K down payment and $15,000 worth of debt, I would highly suggest paying off that $15,000 worth of debt and either having a smaller down payment or taking that extra time to save that $15,000 back up. The debt you want to focus on paying off first are any student loans, credit cards, line of credit, or any high interest loan. And my last tip for you is choose the right realtor. This doesn't seem like much of a tip, but it can make a world of a difference. I've heard too many stories where people are turned off of buying and selling because they've had a negative experience with the realtor that they worked with. Purchasing a home can sometimes be a lengthy process, and if you don't enjoy the person you're working with, it can be a miserable experience for all parties involved. You want to choose a realtor that you get along with, somebody with similar personality traits and interests. It can make the process actually enjoyable, but also feel like you're shopping with a friend. And who doesn't like shopping with friends? More importantly, you want to choose an agent that's going to educate and guide you through the entire process, but be there for whenever you have questions. Ultimately, look for someone who has your best interest in mind. I personally created a guide that makes both buying and selling process easy and stress-free for you. It's called the Streamline Method. If you want more information or a copy of the guide, drop your email below and I'll happily send that over. And there you have it, my top tips for home buyers. If you know someone in the market looking to buy a home, please share this video with them, as I can promise you it will help their buying experience. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, comment, and subscribe so I know that you want more useful real estate tips. See you next time.